Hi kids, and welcome back to another Make It Monday. Today we're going to be making a passport for ourselves. So I've got lots of nice coloured marker pens here. I've got a pencil, a black ink pen, a ruler and a piece of card. So this was A5 but this was an A4 piece of card, but I cut it in half to make it A5. You may need a rubber, but I just kind of went ahead and have done this without one. So to make our passport, what we're going to do is we're going to fold our, first thing we're going to do is we're going to fold our piece of paper, our card in half like this, so that we have a kind of booklet. Now, depending on how amazing you want to be, you can make some pages and insert them here. You can either staple them in or glue them in or tie a piece of ribbon around to hold them in securely, but you can add as many pages to your passport as you like. I've just picked up a really scrappy piece of cardboard, so that one's a bit marked, so we're going to go this side. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to decorate, to make our passport, is we're going to write the word passport across here, and then we're going to draw a coat of arms down here, because normally on our passport it tells us it's a passport and then it's got some kind of emblem for the country that we were born in or we are citizens of. So I'm going to take the yellow pen, because my word passport is going to be yellow because normally it's in gold. So I'm going to do it in yellow because I don't have gold. And I'm just going to write it out. I'm going to take my ruler just as a bit of a guideline. So I'm not drawing a line, I'm just keeping it there as a guide. And I'm going to write out the word passport in capital letters like this. And you might think, wow, that's like really boring. But I'm show you what I'm going to do with it in a minute. So we've got one S. Two S's, passport. Okay, and it's quite difficult to get the words in properly. So we've got passport. Actually, it's not too bad. I've managed to distribute them quite well. And then these pens are quite good because they're fine on one end and thick on the other. But if you don't have anything like that, you can just draw it in pencil and then colour over it in pen. And once the ink is dried, you should be able to rub your pencil out. But because I've got a thicker side, I'm going to then go over this and make it fatter. So I'm just going to make the word stand out. So here we've got pass, and you can't see the yellow that I used underneath. It all kind of blends in. Port. There we go. I'm quite pleased with that. I'm going to let that dry, and then once I'm sure it's dry, what I'm going to do is I'm going to outline it with another coloured pen, just so that it stands out. Right, we're going to draw a coat of arms, which is usually like a big shield, and then it has something that's personal to you. And so in my shield, so I'm going to draw this in pencil, and you can rub out the pencil once you've gone over it in marker pen. So here is my shield. And so I'm going to divide it up into 4 sections, my shield. And I'm going to have 4 things. So in this one, I'm going to put in a sword. And, you know, the Bible is referred to as the sword of the Spirit. So I'm actually going to put in a second one of those. I'm going to make those 2 pictures the same kind of thing. So we've got 2 swords here. Then I'm going to put a cross in because I love Jesus and I love the fact that he died on the cross for me, and I want to be a defender of the faith. So we've got a cross for Jesus, and then I'm going to put in a book, and we will just know that that is representing the Bible. Okay, I'm not very good at drawing, so here we go. There we go. So that is my shield. And then what you do is you'll colour that in. But I'm going to speed things up. And so on the inside of our passport, we want to write a few things. So I'm going to take my pen now, and I'm going to write in name, because we need to know who this passport is for, age, and then we'll add in a few other things. But then in this corner, I'm going to very carefully draw a little square, and that is where our passport photograph is going to go. Now, you might have a spare picture lying around, or be able to print out a picture of yourself, and that's great. If you can't, then all you're going to do is draw in your picture there. And then we're going to add in like the colour of our eyes, the number of toes we have, our height, and then just going to write in some destinations. So to keep things going quickly, I'm going to show you one that I made a little bit earlier. So here is my passport from the outside, and you can see that I've gone over the word passport with a blue felt tip pen. I've gone a bit out so we can colour that gap in, and then I coloured in my favourite colours, which are purple and green, so I coloured in my coat of arms in that colour and outlined that again as well. So you can decorate this as much as you like. I mean, you could decorate the whole thing front and back. And then on the inside, here we go, we've got my name, my age, my colour of my eyes, number of toes, 12, okay, my height, and then we've just put in here some destinations. And there is my self-portrait. And so I would put in here my destination. Where would I most like to go on holiday right now? If I could go anywhere, I would like to go to Disney World. I love Disney World. It's one of my most favourite places. Or I'd quite like to go to Kidz Club summer. Camp. I love going to camp. Where else would I like to go that I've never ever been to? Somewhere I've never been to before that I would like to go to. I would quite like to visit Germany. Maybe Austria at the same time because they're very close. Austria. What was that spell, Austria? Anyway, okay, I'd like to go there. I'd also like to go back to South Africa. Oops, sorry about the noise outside. South Africa. And my husband's family lives there, so I'd like to go back and visit. And I'm sure there's lots and lots of other places that you'd like to go. So that is how you make your passport. I'd love to see how you create your passport and where you'd like to travel to and visit once we're not in lockdown. So please make sure that you make your passport, pop it on a photograph and send it to us so that we can see where you are wanting to travel to. Until next week, I will say bye-bye. See you live at 5. Bye, guys.